Bit of an organic one for you guys this morning, a reaction video. I haven't watched it. Let's do this.
Street switch photography.
So welcome back to another Street Switch Photography special. I'm just making sure my microphone's on 1 second. And today I thought I'd do a couple of reaction videos because I like doing these reaction videos because I don't actually watch them. I just read the title and I don't know what's going to occur or what's going to actually go on. So this guy here, Jeremy Kimmel, claims he's being followed. I'm guessing that this is the guy in America that used to do a show, and he mentioned Charlie Kirk, the far left and things like that, and he's recently been sacked or basically been taken off air or cancel cultured, if you want to put it like that, and now he's claiming that he's being followed. So this will be an interesting one. Let's see what happens. I don't know.
From helicopters following him to senators weighing in, here's the latest on Jimmy Kimmel's suspension. According to USA Today, during his September 15th monologue, Kimmel stated Trump supporters were, quote, desperately trying to portray Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old charged in Kirk's murder, as, quote, anything other than one of them.
So what they've been trying to do is basically say that Charlie Kirk's murderer was a Trump supporter, which is complete and utter bullshit. Now, again, I'm bringing this to you completely and utterly organic. There's no mucking and messing around here. So they've got pictures of him with this like Trump shirt, like outfit on. And it was basically, have you seen the ones where people looks like they put this outfit on and it looks like they're riding around on somebody's shoulders? Well, he was riding around on Trump's shoulders. They were trying to say that he was a big Trump supporter. Now, there was another one that was online, I think it was Facebook, X, things like that, where they'd actually photoshopped a t-shirt that he was wearing, a red t-shirt with supporting Trump on the front of it, and you could tell it had been photoshopped. Now, I'm a professional photographer. I know how to work Photoshop. I know how to work all the software and everything else and how it's done. You use something called a PNG file. You can adjust it by morphing it slightly to make it look like, and it was definitely Photoshop. This is the extent that the far left will go to push out a narrative that they want to believe. I mean, for God's sake, they believe that a woman can have a penis. Let's be honest, they believe that men can get pregnant. So these are the sorts of ideology that fuck people's heads up, and it's fucked a lot of people's heads up. Excuse the swearing, but this is my channel and I'll swear if I want.
The MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
The decision.
Score political points? Score political points. A bloke's just been murdered, shot in the neck in front of his kids. The far left are now calling him Charlie Squirt. Score political points, you sick fucker. What is wrong with you?
Reportedly came after pressure from Trump-appointed FCC chair Brendan Carr, who said Kimmel's remarks, quote, misled the public. But it didn't stop there.
Misled the public? The whole of the far left are misleading the public. They're doing all this shit, like I said, I mentioned, with the t-shirt and trying to make it look like he was a Trump supporter. He is far left. There were far left inscribings on the sides of the bullet cases. He had a trans boyfriend. Basically a bloke that dresses as a woman, a cock in a frock. You know,
According to People magazine, Sinclair, the country's biggest ABC affiliate group, announced it won't air Kimmel again
Good. Cancel him. Get rid of him.
Unless he personally apologizes to Kirk's family and makes a, quote, meaningful personal donation to the Kirk family.
Now, what's the betting he doesn't do that? What's the betting he doesn't do that? Because these people usually turn out to be very, very narcissistic and very authoritarian. And even the ones that you think are actually squeaky clean are not as clean as what they make themselves out to be. A good example would be Philip Schofield. He was as filthy as they come with his paedophile brother, wasn't he? So.
And Turning Point USA. So how's Jimmy handling all of it? According to...
So Turning Point USA was Charlie Kirk's, let's just say that was his baby. That was he actually set all that up, helping youths in universities and things like that not turn to this far left brainwashing, stupid, pathetic ideology. Let's see what this guy said.
Reports on Thursday's episode of The Adam Carolla Show, Kimmel's longtime friend and former co-host of The Man Show, Adam Carolla, shared some information on a private text exchange.
He just replied and he's like, wow, in strange times. I told my book to O'Reilly on the show, and then he just wrote back,
Behind the scenes, insiders reportedly have stated Kimmel is absolutely livid, while Page 6 reports that Kimmel's considering a guest spot on Stephen Colbert's show.
He said that he was livid. How do you think Charlie Kirk's family feel? They're all about themselves. He's livid. There's just been a bloke killed, murdered, assassinated in front of his 2 children. That is one sick fuck, isn't it?
Signaling his willingness to explore opportunities beyond ABC. And other reports have now cited
Good luck finding a job after this, mate, you twat.
Critics view Kimmel's removal as a violation of his First Amendment free speech rights.
They have got free speech in America. They have got free speech. You can say what you want when you want. It can be insulting to whoever, which is the way it should be. People get far too hung up on words, but when something really bad has happened, like a man being murdered in front of his 2 children, 5 years old, I don't know exactly how old they were, that's why I'm saying 5, anywhere between 0 and 10, you sort of draw a line at that, don't you? You've got to put that line in the sand somewhere. Now in America it's very, very, very far away for most people that say what they want when they want to say it. People get offended. But you've got these universities that sort of indoctrinate its pupils and stuff with this far left ideology. Like I said, a good example would be to believe that a bloke can get pregnant. We've actually got people on this planet believing that a man can get pregnant. And if you get a room full of people and there's one person stood there with an egg and somebody turns around and shouts out, this is a shovel, and everybody in that room agrees with them apart from you, at some point, if you're weak-minded, you're going to agree with them just to shut them up. That's sort of how it works. That's a little bit of an example of how this ideology tries to work. If you believe that a bloke can have a vagina and a woman can have a penis and that a bloke can get pregnant, there's something going wrong up there.
Even Senator Ted Cruz reportedly criticized FCC Chair Brendan Carr for pressuring ABC.
It's a war on reality, is what it is. And they expect people like us to actually sit there and believe it, because we're the ones sitting there and saying, no, hang on a minute, but what if? They fucking hate that. They hate that question. Just hang on a minute, this isn't right. And then you've got all the evidence and they've got fuck all. They've got fuck all evidence. And they get really mardy about it. And then they go doing stupid things and disgusting things like what they did to Charlie Kirk. And that's how far it's actually come. And it's sad. It's really, really sad.
To suspend Jimmy Kimmel Live, calling it, quote, dangerous as hell, while warning that using the FCC to punish speech could set a harmful precedent for conservatives under a future Democratic administration. Meanwhile, Trump himself is reportedly hinting he could revoke more broadcast licenses, accusing networks of giving him, quote, only bad press.
Now, is this Trump actually clamping down on free speech? Now, I tried to look at both sides of the argument here. Would this be Trump clamping down on free speech? Now, it seems to be the mainstream media that do this pushing of an agenda. We've got it very, very strong here in Great Britain, extremely. Is this Trump clamping down on free speech after he visited Chequers in Great Britain and then Keir Starmer turned around and says, we're very proud of our free speech in this country, after we had 12,000 people arrested for tweets and Facebook posts and YouTube videos? Yeah, we've got free speech. Of course we fucking have. Yeah, you know, nothing to see here. A bit like the Pakistani grooming gang problem that we have, and you're trying to put through Sharia law so that nobody has to be named or none of the information has to be released. That's true. Check it out.
So is this fair or a chilling free speech overreach? Share your thoughts and follow us everywhere at What's Trending.
So that seems to be the first video that we've had today. So, you know, I mean, people like this that are on the mainstream media and on TV should bear at least some responsibility for what they actually say, and the channel should bear some responsibility for what they actually say. Because if you're going to go around making... Get 25%
off your first Ocado shop,
I don't
plus
know why
free
that
delivery.
just started. I paused it. It seems to me like they just think that they're untouchable. They're clearly not. They're clearly not untouchable. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. They're a bunch of fucking authoritarian Marxist twats. They're a bunch of Stasi bastards. That's what they are. And yeah, that is offensive. But it's more offensive to actually take the mickey out of somebody that's just been murdered in front of their family, including 2 children, and one of the children ran to the father because she heard a loud bang and found him laying there with blood pumping out of his neck. To actually witness that as a 5-year-old child is going to affect that child for the rest of their life. And then somebody like this goes and makes these absolutely disgusting remarks. Now, last night I did a video about a Labour councillor calling everybody that was raising the flags over the weekend on the 16th, I think it was, or the 13th, one of the two, at the event in London, and he called them paedophiles. And that'll be I did a reaction video on that last night. It wasn't really a trending subject, but I thought people needed to know about it. Come back a bit later on, I'll find some more trending videos and I'll find some more reaction videos that I can do for today, because I haven't got a lot going on here in Melbourne. It's going to be pissing it down shortly, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be sat in front of my TV with a hot cup of coffee most of the day, probably watching movies and things like that. This has been Street Switch Photography. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Street Switch Photography.